boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages. This is Jesse with the Common Nerd, bringing you pop culture and all things right through a common sense lens. And you know, it's one of them situations where we've talked about this extensively over here on this channel and then on our old channel and everything else, that Fantastic Four was probably going to be a Sue-centered story, right? We heard the rumors years ago that that's what it was going to end up being, and nothing but from the marketing has done anything to tell us anything otherwise. That's literally what the marketing has been all about. It's all about Sue Storm. It's a Sue-centric story, that she's the bestest thing ever, that she's a complete and total girl boss, that she's the leader of the team, and yada, yada, yada. She's the heart and soul, and these guys couldn't do anything without her, and yada, 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 yada. Well, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, obviously the movie premieres this weekend, and despite rumors about maybe some cautious optimism, but that maybe, just maybe, we'd get a good Fantastic Four out of the reliable sources that I trust that have already seen this movie, that the best thing I have heard so far is it is the best Marvel movie of the year. Boys and girls, concerning the fact that we've had Captain Black America and the Thunderbolts come out, not exactly a high bar. And if you needed any more confirmation that this was going to be nothing more than a girl boss narrative where all of the guys are going to be made like look like complete total idiots, specifically the smartest man in the world, Reed Richards, aka Mr. Fantastic, well, boys and girls, we've got an interview from IGN confirming it once again, not only from the actress Vanessa Kirby, but also from IGN's own reporter, who clearly has seen the movie and is letting all of their bias show. Because, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, if you thought Fantastic Four was going to be a fresh start for the MCU, well, then I've probably got some oceanfront property in Arizona I can convince you to buy as well. Because as you can see here from the headline over at Fandom Pulse, Vanessa Kirby confirms Sue Storm is the lead of Fantastic Four First Step, saying the heart of it is feminine energy. Oh, yes, boys and girls, because that's exactly what Marvel needs, is even more feminine energy after the MCU that we've had over the past 5 years, essentially everything since Endgame, boys and girls. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. And needless to say, I wasn't even going to do another Fantastic Four video before the box office and a lot of that stuff started to come out. But this IGN interview, we watched it for just a few minutes on my live stream that we do Monday through Friday, with the exceptions of Tuesday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. And I saw this and I literally had to stop myself from hollering because I saw this interview and I was just like, this is everything. This is everything we've been talking about. This is exactly all the things we complain about. This is it. This is it. So needless to say, ladies and gentlemen, Fandom Pulse, we're going to check out this article from Fandom Pulse, getting all the juicy details, show you the interview where all of this comes from, and exactly Common Nerd's thoughts on it. But before we do, if you do enjoy our content, hit that like button, share with all your friends, and subscribe or follow if you have not already, boys and girls, because we are grinding, we are growing. We just crossed 2K. We're staying on our way towards 2,100, and I could not do that without every single one of you. Also, leave us a comment in the section down below. What do you think about this? Have you seen the Fantastic Four movie yet? Do you think this narrative is accurate, that it is a complete and total girl boss movie, that Sue is constantly saving the day and all of the men look like idiots? Or did you actually enjoy the movie? What do you think about all of this? Or are you going to wait and see to hear from your favorite reviewer out there as to whether or not this movie is exactly what we expect it to be? Or on the off chance it actually ends up being a good Marvel movie, which is worth your time? Let us know about all that in the comment section down below. As always, all opinions are welcome. And if you'd like to support the channel, please check out the links in the description as well. All right, from Fandom Pulse, boys and girls. Ever since the reveal of the female Silver Surfer, fans of the Fantastic Four movie have been concerned that this would be yet another MCU installment with feminism at its forefront. And if you've been watching my channel for any length, for a long time, you would have known about this years ago when the rumors first surfaced, because Cosmic Book News and Matt McGloin and several others, I think including Bounding Into Comics, covered all of those rumors as well. And hey, turns out it was all true. We knew about the female Silver Surfer, who the actress that they were eyeing before it all officially got announced, and of course the fact that Sue Storm was just going to be another girl boss saving the day. With another MCU installment with feminism at its forefront. Now Vanessa Kirby, who plays the Invisible Woman, Sue Storm, confirms that it is her movie and it's about feminine energy. Fantastic Four is looking like it's about to have an embattled opening weekend, with Mr. Fantastic actor Pedro Pascal constantly signaling divisive politics and accusations of feminism infiltrating yet another high-profile MCU project. It looks like this is a movie fans of Marvel Comics won't love. It started when Marvel announced the casting of Silver Surfer would be going to a woman, and the character would be replaced with the Shala Ball variant from their What If comics. Changing a major character like Silver Surfer is quite the red flag, but it gets worse from there. And obviously, it's one of them situations. Even the actress that was interviewed talking about their stuff when she was cast as the Fantastic Four, even when she was first when she was first brought the idea of playing the role, she literally I thought the Silver Surfer was a dude. Because yes, outside of 6 panels in a What If story and an Elseworld story over there at Marvel Comics, it's always been a male Silver Surfer. It's 6 panels, despite the literal decades and hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of panels with Norrin Rad as the Silver Surfer. Needless to say, everybody raised a giant red flag for everybody. But like I said, if you were subscribed to my channel, you would have known about this long before any of this marketing ever started. Grant Curtis, one of the producers on the upcoming Fantastic Four First Steps, affirmed that Sue Storm is the leader of Fantastic Four in the film. He stated to Collider, "If you go back through the comics, you'll realize that Sue Storm is arguably the leader of the Fantastic Four, because without Sue Storm, everything falls apart." Oh, yay. Another girl boss who's the key to everything. Because we haven't seen this story trope done 5 million times throughout all of Hollywood for, the past 2 decades now, have we? Yay. So original. So new. You're just such creative geniuses over there at Disney Marvel, let me tell you. Additionally, it was implied that Sue is the main protagonist of the film. Collider's Emily Kiley wrote, "While not naming the past films directly, Curtis does recognize the need for better characterization for women in these films." Oh, that's right. Every other Fantastic Four movie that's ever come out has been so misogynistic and has treated Sue Storm so badly. Oh my God, it was just horrible. But that's okay, because Marvel's going to save the day, and it's going to be women power. Oh, yay. Joy. More of that. She then quoted Curtis, who stated, "We had the desire to date aesthetically, but in terms of the character and treatment, who should be front and center? It's hey, let's tell the best story possible. As long as it's made for a woman, right? Batwoman over on the CW? Yeah." As the movie is about to have its general release, it seems like a media is going fully mask off of this being Sue Storm and the Fantastic Four, rather than having Reed Richards lead the family as he's traditionally done in the comics. Even the comic book has rebooted to change the dynamic for the family to watch this film. If you missed my video on that one, there's one on that one as well. Yes, we did another one over that. IGN gave an interview to Vanessa Kirby. Oh, yes. IGN, the industry standard out there for non-biased questioning, interviews, and reviews. Right, boys and girls? Right? Yeah, how them sevens going, IGN? IGN gave an interview to Vanessa Kirby, which they posted as a YouTube short. They confirmed that this is Sue's movie, and Kirby went mask off about how it's going to be a feminist scenario. And oh yes, boys and girls, let's just go ahead and hear it directly from the horse's mouth.
Vanessa, this feels like Sue's movie almost.
This feels like Sue's movie almost. Yeah, exactly. Exactly what we knew. Exactly what we expected right from the get-go. It's Sue's movie. It's going to be a Sue-centric story. Although I miss my dear brother, Clobbering Times, so very much, who was practically an expert on all things Marvel, worked in the comic book retail industry back in the day, met a lot of these legends who these people try to stand on the shoulders of these giants who are not even qualified to hold the jockstrap of Stan Lee or Jack Kirby. I am so glad Clobby is no longer with us, because if Clobby wouldn't have already had a stroke or a heart attack, this would have given him one. Because this is not Fantastic Four. This is the MCU abomination of what is supposed to be Marvel's first family. Yet what are they going to give us? Girl boss Sue Storm. Yay! How original.
There are so many moments where she is the one saving the day, and it is just this bad.
There are so many moments where she's just the one saving the day. That's right. Sue's going to be the key to everything. She's going to save the smartest man in the world. She's going to save the man who can literally set himself on fire. And she's going to save the man who is a giant hulking rock monster with her invisibility and shield powers. I'm sure there's going to be a million times in this movie where Reed or Johnny or Grin or Ben are lying on the ground, Ben Grimm are lying on the ground, and Vanessa's gonna fly in. It's gonna put her shield up, just like we saw in the trailer. Ah! And she's gonna save all of the guys. IGN's telling you that's exactly what's going to happen. So why would you expect anything less? I'm not psychic. I don't have some kind of foresight. I'm not a prophet of the Lord. I just listen to these people and believe what they say because they are so confident. They are so arrogant. They are so prideful that they believe they're right. And that if you don't like it, you're just a bigot or an ist or a phobe. And I guarantee you, if this movie flops at the box office, like Captain Black America did, like the Thunderbolts did, like that abomination and disrespect to Jack Kirby that the Eternals was, then that's exactly how the headlines will read from places like IGN, The Hollywood Reporter, Deadline, and everywhere else out there. I can't wait to see what the Mary Sue's article is over this. Because if this movie fails, I guarantee you one thing and one thing only. It will be blamed on the misogynistic fans and the review bombing because they don't want to see a strong, powerful women in movies. Mark my word.
Balance of her rage and empathy. And I'm just...
Oh, yay! Her rage and empathy. Sue Storm's gonna be an angry girl boss. Wow. We've never seen that in the modern era, have we? Captain Marvel. I mean, seriously. Is she gonna yell at everybody in the team too? Is she gonna call Reed stupid? Like, is she going to call Johnny a womanizer, even though we know he's going to be played as very much a beta soy male in this one? Like, I mean, one more. I don't get. I do now get why the box office tracking domestically for this movie is lower than Superman. Because even the psychopathic simps for the spirit of the age over at like a lot of the legacy institutions still don't want their numbers to be wrong because their pride still matters to them more than anything else. And on subconscious level, they understand that this kind of marketing causes movies to not do well at the box office, right? So they understand why their projections are so low. The real question is, are they going to be right? Is this thing going to do worse than Superman? Now, internationally, probably going to be a different story. But domestically, this movie deserves to lose more money than Captain America Brave New World, the Thunderbolts, and, need I say it, the Marvels. That won't probably happen because that was a historic event that we'll probably never see the likes of that ever again unless they decide to make a movie about Riri Williams. But I would put money on it at this point, and I'm not generally a betting man, but I would put money on it at this point that Fantastic Four will lose money. Will lose money. Because if all of this marketing is true, if all of this is as apparent in the movie as it is in this marketing, this movie is toast.
Curious how you approached that.
It makes me emotional you saying that, because it's just lovely for a woman to say that. It felt...
Oh, thank you. Thank you, my sister, my feminism sister, my feminist sister. Oh, it's so good to hear a woman saying that. So good to hear a woman telling me that. It's so good to hear a woman reaffirm me. Thank you, woman. Why? Because it wouldn't have felt nice if a dude said that to you? I think your bias is showing, Vanessa Kirby. I think your bias is showing.
Intrinsically in the comics, like amazingly powerful about this mother being at the center of this family. And
and even Vanessa Kirby's interpretation of the comics that she didn't read. Oh, it's obviously the woman's at the center of all of these stories, at the center of this family. Well, that's clearly certainly going to be the case with Fantastic Four. It's one of those things. My wife and I went and saw Superman last week, and we did a review, and a lot of you guys seemed to like it. It got some pretty good views and stuff like that. And that's something I'd like to continue with going forward. But my God, if this movie is as bad, I mean, we really don't have the money to go see Fantastic Four this weekend and everything else. We got 6 kids. But at the end of the day, it's one of them situations where I don't know if I could sit through this. If this movie is even half as insufferable with the girl boss narrative as the marketing has been, I might literally scream out in the middle of the theater. I might literally do that. Like I've been screaming in this video, as you can tell from the way my voice sounds.
The fact that this story was always about a baby, fundamentally, a baby on the way for all of them, for the uncles, for this family who lived together, who were dependent on each other, who decided to coexist in a world in which they were, forever changed.
And it's like, okay, it's all about the baby, but it's all about the woman. Well, if it's all about the baby and how the family is going to react to the baby being born, then why isn't this a family-centric story? Why is it a Sue Storm-centric story instead? Because you're saying one thing and everything else is telling us the other. Oh, it's also about how it affects them as uncles. Oh, yeah, it affects them as uncles too. But but then forever changed. Yeah, because that's what kids will do. They will change your lives, and they will do it for the better, mind you. I have 6 for a reason, and I'm not necessarily done.
Changed. In the shooting of the movie, as the only woman in the group, I never felt like any different. I felt so supported and loved by these guys. It was incredibly healing for me as a
incredibly healing for me.
Woman and an actor and even
as a woman and an actor. So who hurt you before, Vanessa Kirby? Or is this just a general statement about Hollywood in general, that they all treat women badly? And because you were on this set with Pedro Pascal and all the rest of the soy boys over at Marvel, that it healed me. This movie healed me. Much like the Eternals was going to save lives, apparently Fantastic Four has healed Vanessa Kirby from whatever damage that she's had in the past that she's alluding to. This is a woman who is either engaged or married to a man who she's currently pregnant with their child. So how damaged and hurt have you been by men again? But apparently it's also really healing for Sue.
For Sue, really, that this team was built around protecting this baby. Even the
Oh, that's right. The Fantastic Four. It's a team built around protecting a baby. Not protecting their Earth, not protecting its citizens, not protecting the universe. No, the Fantastic Four was formed to protect a baby. Wow. Either she's severely misspoken here or clearly hasn't read the comics. Tell me in the comments section down below which you think it is.
You have her brothers and her husband like by her side, and there was something so beautiful about that. So that's just really moving to me, because that's, the heart of it is about sort of like new birth coming through, and that's a very feminine energy, but the
that's right. There it is. It's all about new birth coming through. New birth. And that's very feminine energy, boys and girls. That's right, because birth only happens with a woman. Women do it all by themselves. There's no one else involved with that prospect in any way, shape, or form. No. So birth and the birth of a child, it's very feminine energy, and that's what the Fantastic Four is going to be all about. Feminine energy. Yay!
She couldn't do it without the guys.
That's literally the only time it even comes close to feeling fair and balanced in any of this marketing. Vanessa Kirby goes, she couldn't do it without the guys. After literally just having so much smoke blown up her butt, I'm surprised it wasn't coming out of her ears from the IGN reporter about how it's all Sue, how it's all about balancing her rage and empathy, and how she saves the guys all the time. I mean, it's just absolutely insane, boys and girls. And this is what the marketing for this movie has been the entire time. You know, Common Nerd reported on the rumors, right? Saying this was going to be a Sue Storm-centric movie, right? Female Silver Surfer, all of that kind of stuff, right? And you could have yelled at me back then, told me I was wrong, told me I was crazy, and you may have been right. But you wouldn't have been, and you aren't, and you're not now. And why should I think any different? Why should I not believe the people marketing this movie and what they're telling me? They're the people that are wanting this to succeed. They're the one pushing the narrative that they believe will do best for this movie. So why would I think it's going to be anything more than exactly what we expect with the wham and power nonsense that we've gotten out of the MCU over the past few years? Why would we expect anything different when they are telling you repeatedly over and over and over again that this is nothing going to be nothing more than a girl boss Sue-centric story where she's going to save the day? And if the rumors be true about the ending, Sue and the female Silver Surfer are going to team up and they're going to save the day from Galactus. All because Shala Ball, the female Silver Surfer, relates to Sue as a mother. Yes, gone is the Norrin Rad who sees the beauty in humanity and why the intelligence and their potential and why they should be saved. No, boys and girls, the thing that causes the Silver Surfer to turn is going to be whammon power. So yes, boys and girls, the MCU is still in full swing, and Fantastic Four First Steps will be more of the exact same girl boss nonsense that we've been getting over the last few years. Don't believe me? Believe them. Could I be completely and totally wrong? Of course. But if the marketing is supposed to convince me to go see a movie, well, this marketing has done the exact opposite. And I think it's going to do the exact same thing for the majority of the Marvel fans out there, considering Fantastic Four First Steps is nothing going to be more of the exact same thing. MCU and whammon power. Rest in peace, Clobby. I'm glad you aren't here to see this abomination, because I think even you would be defending Stan Lee on this one, and that is saying something. Marvel, you have danced with the devil, and now you are going to get exactly what you deserve. Bring on that box office, boys and girls.